Hey everybody, it's Money and Razor here with DeadlyCast episode 2. This week we're going to be looking at a couple different things. First we got a little bit of a PC hardware update. I'm looking at some information about Haswell that we know already. Then we're going to talk a little bit about the interview that we had with Brklyn and Caboose. Got a couple highlights in case you missed that. And then Minnie's going to talk about this game called State of Decay, and especially frustrations with the industry not coming up with proper zombie survival games. And then we're going to talk to the member of the week, who this week is Medic, Space Joey. So first things first, I'm going to talk about, some of you probably already saw Minnie's post about this off of Reddit, or some of the more technical of you already know some of these things, but we're looking at some of the stuff we already know about the upcoming new Intel platform, Haswell. So first things first, it's going to be socket 1150, which is not the same as 1155, which is what Ivy Bridge is running on, and Sandy Bridge. So you have to get a new motherboard instead of keeping the same one. Going to have USB 3.0 properly this time, so we'll actually get the 10 gigabytes a second that is supposed to be there. For those of you who run multiple graphics card setups, there's going to be not an increase to 16 by 16 on PCI 3, just because there's not enough pins to do that. So if you want real serious multiple graphics card solutions, you're going to have to stick with LGA 2011, which is the big Sandy Bridge E and upcoming Ivy Bridge E suckers. Haswell will also support, in terms of memory, it'll keep being DDR3, no upgrades there yet. DDR4 should be coming with the Haswell E, so that's not for a while yet. It will support RAM, Haswell will support RAM up to 3200 megahertz, but there's really no reason for that, and it's just going to be really expensive for no real reason. There are a number of changes to how overclocking can be done, mainly because the VRM will be on die, which a lot of you don't know what that means, but it means that the VRM will be cooled by the CPU's heatsink instead of the small little guys on the motherboard, so it means better things for overclocking. One of the biggest things in this is going to be integrated graphics, which for most of us desktop players with our big graphics cards, not going to matter much, but for laptops this is important because there'll be a number of different level of integrated graphics that are, with the most powerful, is supposed to be as powerful as the current GT650M, which is entry-level tier 1 mobile graphics card, so that's pretty good. There's a couple of other interesting additions to overclocking things, most of which is fancy and doesn't really matter, and if you're doing major overclocking, you probably already know about it. And if you don't, then you're probably not going to want to mess with it. So, for people who don't know as many things about the technical stuff, if you're a first-time builder, do you want to wait for Haswell or get Ivy Bridge now? There's a couple reasons to wait for Haswell. If you want to do some serious overclocking, you should wait. If you're building a system that's going to be integrated graphics, which none of you should be unless it's a laptop. But otherwise, I guess there's also the USB 3 thing, is if you really want the full, if you transfer a lot of things over USB and you want the full speeds on that, then it may be worth it. But other than those things, there's really no reason not to just go with Ivy Bridge now. And it's not like waiting to pick up Ivy Bridge is going to help, because there won't be a price drop, because that's not how Intel works. There won't be a big difference for gamers between Haswell and Ivy Bridge, just because of Intel's tick-tock mechanism for releasing things. This is just a talk, and so at most only going to be 10 to 15% increase in performance, and that translated into frames is not going to be very many, most likely. I have already discussed what's coming after Haswell, which is Broadwell, which is a tick, and again, there'll be a little bit bigger power increase there, but we'll worry about that later. For a while, there was concern that Intel was going to switch from LGA to BGA, which means that the chips, the CPU would have to be soldered into the socket, and this would just like screw over everybody building their own systems. So that's pretty much terrible, and so Intel was like, okay, fine, we won't do that. Also, the release date for Haswell is officially June 2nd. but they're having issues with stuff, and so with the USB controller, so it may be a little bit longer until it comes out. And that's pretty much the roundup of Haswell.
Well, I feel like it's a little bit awkward for me to come in because it's like 5 minutes in and I haven't said one thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I don't really have much to say about hardware, and that's all Razer's field of expertise. So, I think we should just jump right into the live interview, the session we had with Mad, Brklyn, and Caboose. All right,
We have to do things.
Let's get started. So,
I'm back.
during the meeting we had, I just wanted Matt to go over the whole thing about respect, if you don't mind reading that again, because I thought that was really good.
All right. The word respect, it means valuing each other's points of views. It means being open to being wrong. It means accepting people as who they are. It means not dumping on someone because they're having a bad day. It means being polite and kind always, because being kind to people is not negotiable. It means not dissing people because they're different than you. It means not gossiping about people or spreading lies. We lack respect for each other, and this needs to change.
Yeah, so just wanted to have that so the whole clan could hear, because last time it was only the officers and whatnot. But how do we want to do this? Razor, do you want to read questions, or?
I would love to read some questions.
Okay, go for it, buddy.
We're losing people again.
Yeah,
So,
I know. It's too late. You guys are all gone again.
That's all right. They'll be back someday. Someday they'll be back. The first thing we're going to ask is, how did you first meet each other? Like Mad, Brklyn, Caboose. And you could include Jock and Sniper in your story, too, if you want.
Can I answer this one?
Go for it. Yeah, you can.
Well, I was out of town, and one day I went through the Yellow Pages, and I was looking for call boys.
Oh my God.
So this is how I met Mad and no, but honestly speaking, I actually met Mad and actually Caboose back in the original clan that we used to be at was over at Fever. When I first started there, I was pretty new, but I hit it off with Mad right from the beginning. We've been close ever since then. Same thing with Caboose. Caboose was there too. And it just seemed like we clicked really good for some reason. I wind up working my way up the ranks from there, from being an FNG? I was a fucking new guy there, and wind up working my way all the way up to being a general. I worked up as being first as a CO. I had my own platoon and all of that. And that's how I met these guys. They were basically there. We became very close. We were gaming all the time, constantly playing Call of Duty 4, and killing ourselves there on the battlefield. A lot of fun.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
That kind of relates to the next question about how from Fever the clan got started and what the early stages were like.
Well, I want to do this one. All right, so when we were in Fever, they have a lot of really, for lack of a better word, douchebag leaders, a few of which will not be named. Bogo. Damn, was I one of those douchebag leaders? No. And it really started to turn into like a real dictatorship where Bogo was kind of whatever he wanted. It didn't matter what anybody else wanted. He just kind of ran the show. And it started to get to the point where it was really affecting everybody. So we all decided one day, and I mean, we did this in a very professional manner. We all decided that we were gonna leave, and I think there were probably about a dozen of us at the time. Just at the exact same time, we posted these huge resignation letters in the general chat of the forum. We all posted them at the same time, and from then we all came over, and I think Brklyn and Mad, and at the time No Mercy, and a couple other guys already had the Deadly Gaming website started. We just went and created our accounts and went from there, and that was when it began, which I believe was in December of 2010.
Yeah, it was actually when we actually started doing the website was it was in December 2010. I still remember the date. It was December 10th. Actually, when we first brought up the website without anybody knowing it.
December 31st was the day that we actually left Fever. And unfortunately, I was the first one to leave and the first one to be banned.
So we're gonna move a little bit later in history. How did you guys feel when there was first getting to be like a noticeable increase in the number of members in DG?
You know what? It did feel good. To see people. And the thing was, a lot of the people did follow us. Actually, when we first came over, I think there was 35 people that actually followed us over from Fever. And we just watch it growing. The one thing that we wanted was to make sure that we communicated with our people. The main thing was making sure the members, it was going to be about the members. That was the main thing. Anything that we did had to be shared with the members, the agreement of the members. Never wanted anything to be, I didn't want a place to be where one person made the decision, even though there's a lot of things that was going around here that people thought I was the only one who made the decisions here. And the one thing they failed to understand was there's a whole bunch of other leaders that are up there with me that had to make a decision. Did I go with ideas that I had that I wanted to try? Did they get shot down? Absolutely. Because I asked something, if the guys didn't think it wasn't worth doing, we didn't do it. And they would explain, look, if we do this, this is what could happen. This is what could backfire. Yeah, it's a good idea. No, it's not a good idea. So there's never ever been one person that actually made the decision. This is why when those rumors started flying around, the one thing that I started doing was then lately was bringing it down to the officers level, sharing information with the officers, let the officers make the decision. Especially when we came up with, there was one person who came up with that wanted to change the rank structure. And basically he was saying, we're going to change the rank structure. This is the structure that we laid out. Most of you's already seen it when you voted on it. And basically didn't want it to bring it to a vote to the people. And my main thing was, well, we're not just going to do it because of the sake you want to do it. I think it's something that needs to be presented to the members, not just at the officers level, but all the way down to the members level, and get their opinion. So there was mixed opinion, people who didn't want to change it, people who did want to change it. So at the end, what we wound up doing was we came to a conclusion where it was the best for both worlds. We did change it a little bit, but not that much. We wind up taking some ranks away because some of the ranks didn't make sense to have so many. I think we wind up taking about 3 ranks, so we try to balance it out a little bit to make it a little bit better. Mm-hmm. Man, I don't know if you have anything else you want to add to that, or if I missed anything. But the main thing is, like I said, it's supposed to be about the people, and it is all about the people. There's not one person here that makes the calls.
Yeah, that's definitely a shout out to Fastnet and Next Gen on that one.
Hey,
So they were the
Dane also out there
behind that?
They were the masterminds behind that. Oh, we're losing people
We'll just
again.
ask that
I'm
question.
sorry.
The next question is completely unrelated to what we've been saying. Are most applicants that we're getting these days coming from, in some way related to, oh my God, Caboose has moved, coming from the Top 100 Clans website?
Caboose, I know Caboose knows the answer to this one because I know the answer to it pretty much. So Caboose, I'll leave it up to you, bud.
All right. Can you ask that again? My phone is overheating and it might explode at some point.
Oh,
so I was
Lord.
just checking that. Sorry.
Well, that's not optimal. What did I just say? Oh, are most applicants that we're getting these days into coming from the Top 100 Clans?
Lately, yeah. Lately, most of them have been from Top 100 because we had a few members here months ago, namely Mito was one of them, who I believe is with TDL now. But he used to bring in a dozen applicants a day, easy, from Battlefield 3 servers and stuff like that. We don't really have as much of a push for recruitment now as we did a year ago, just because we feel that we have the numbers we need. More than, at first it was kind of, get as many members as we can, weed out the people that don't belong, keep the decent guys, and my phone is going to explode at some point.
No.
And but right now it's pretty much just top 100 clans are probably account for 65 to 80% of the applicants, and the rest of them are friends or Minecraft. Minecraft is really bringing in a lot too.
Right, like what games do you guys enjoy playing right now? I guess we should start with whoever's in the top left. Mad.
Black Ops 2. Black Ops 2.
You scared me,
I
buddy.
enjoy playing Black Ops 2.
All right.
I forgot I muted it.
Oh my god. Do you have any all-time favorites, Mad?
Yeah, StarCraft 2 or StarCraft, original StarCraft was the first game I really played competitive in. I ran a clan on StarCraft for
No
10 years
way.
before I met with with Jerry and Andrew and everybody else.
Brood War?
Brood War, yep.
Yeah, we're recently playing.
In the original Diablo, I was always a Zerg.
Zerg,
Always
nice.
Zerg. Yeah. I just like the way they made weird sounds, and it was cool looking.
Yeah. What were you saying about Diablo?
The original Diablo was awesome as well. And I just read on there, Fastnet says he wants you to teach him how to do makeup.
Oh my god. I'm sorry, but I don't think any amount of makeup can help that disaster. Oh, I'm just kidding. That was a little mean.
Oh,
Fast enough, joking.
oh, that was hilarious.
Anyway, so when did you start gaming, I guess?
Well, I've had my Steam account for 10 years now.
10 years. Jesus.
That's
how
older
long
than
I've
I
had
am.
my Steam account. Yeah, we can tell.
I don't know how old mine is. I gotta check now.
Okay. So let's go on.
Oh,
to...
fucking Caboose. What games are you guys playing right now?
Who?
I did not say the other two what games they're playing.
I know.
Brklyn?
That's Brklyn and then Caboose.
Well, the game I've been playing now a lot lately has been a lot of Black Ops.
Black Ops. Nice.
Minecraft, but Black Ops right now I've been getting into a lot lately. Games that I used to love playing, it was Doom, when Doom first came out. Single player game. That was a lot of fun. And the other game I
Not
really
even sure I was
used to
alive
play-
when that game came out.
The other game
Maybe
I
I
used to
was.
love playing, that was also a first-person shooter game. I don't know if a lot of people, I mean, it's still around. It's called World War II. It'd be a month, $10 a month fee to play it. But one thing I loved about the game was you were playing with 3,000 people online at the same time. So you had the choice of being either infantry, being part of the Navy, being part of a tank platoon, being a bomber, a bomber escorter. Huh?
What?
Yeah. But yeah, Call of Duty 4 was the other one that I really loved and enjoyed playing a lot.
On PC?
Damn straight.
On PC.
Ah.
No, that's my kids play. My kids play console. I want to shoot them. My daughter's the only true PC player.
Nice.
It's because she knows what's up.
You remember those days when we used to get shit-faced drunk and play Call of Duty
God.
4?
Yeah.
Oh, those were the best
yeah.
days.
Bring some of that back. Well, my camera's working because I guess
I would love to have another Black Ops tournament.
Black Ops 2?
Yeah.
We should get that to the competition committee. Event team, yeah. Anyway, wait. Did you cover when did your gaming career begin, Brklyn? Or when did you start gaming, I guess?
Wow. I started
came out
playing
in
the game.
1993,
I mean, the
wasn't
one
alive.
person that I know the longest here in Deadly Gaming, that's almost 20 years that I know him, but I never met him in person, is actually Sniper Rats.
Ooh.
I go back with Sniper Rats way back, about close to about 19 years, 18 years.
Wow.
And the main games that we used to play back then was American's Army. We played a lot of that with Sniper, and that's when I first met Sniper. During American's Army time, there was World War II, Clan we went to, if I'm not mistaken, was Bose 26.
Yeah, no idea what you're
But
talking
it's
about.
going back a long time.
So that was like what?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
That's before half our members were born.
Yeah.
I'm a 12-year-old boy.
Bite your tongue.
Boost
It's
your
weird.
turn.
It's going in and out.
Yeah.
All right.
So what games do you enjoy, Caboose?
Whoa!
Last but not least.
Right now, I'm playing Daisy a lot. Daisy and Black Ops 2 really are the only two that I've been playing recently. I did just finish a great game for the PS3 called Ni no Kuni, which I actually wrote a review on,
Right,
and it's on the news, so everybody needs to go read it. It's probably the best modern era Japanese RPG out there, hands down, like within the last 15 years. No questions asked.
That's a really specific category.
What? Modern Japanese RPG?
Modern era Japanese
Well,
RPG.
I mean,
Are there a
you
lot
gotta
of
admit,
those?
like the golden era of that's been gone. Like Japanese RPGs, nobody really plays it anymore. So,
No.
So what's your?
So the Japanese do.
What? Well, they play their like crazy dating sims over there. Caboose, what were some of your favorite games of all time?
I was, before the whole online gaming thing, I was a huge RPG fan, as you can tell by the last game I just played. So like my all-time favorite games are probably the old school Final Fantasy 6,
Nice.
7, those ones. Online games, Call of Duty 4. 5 hours into Call of Duty 4, easy. Like we used to run back way before the Fever days. I used to play with a team called 69th SF. It was called 69th Special Forces, and we were #1 team on the 5 versus 5 hardcore search and destroy ladder for probably 25, 26 weeks, at least half a year. And I mean, we just used to practice for 2 or 3 hours a night, running every possible drill you could think of. Like I'm pretty sure I could throw a grenade on any map in Call of Duty 4 and tell you where it's going to explode. We put way too much time into that.
Very nice. I assume.
It's like
PC,
one hand
right?
Luke when back in the
One hand Luke. But the guy would suit up all of his kits so he could throw as many grenades as he possibly could. And that's all he would do the whole game, was just throw grenades. And noob tube, throw a grenade, noob tube, and that's all he would do. That's it. He wouldn't shoot a gun, just shoot grenades.
But you know, the
That's
funny
it.
thing is, they used to constantly kill us all. Couldn't get away with
And
it.
we always thought he was drunk too, but the guy never drank alcohol in his whole life. But if you talk to him, you thought he was drunk all the time too. Greatest guy to game with.
Does he have a YouTube channel? Sounds like a fun guy to
No,
watch.
I wish, because
Yeah.
he would be hilarious to watch.
All right. Let's move on to the questions that were asked by the members. Oh God. All right. So Mixer's first. He asked. Oh, his grammar's incorrect in this one. Jesus. What was you guys' first thought about creating DG when it all started? Oh, I lost my place. How did you think it would turn out? So this is a little bit redundant, but if you just want to go over it quickly. You know.
Well, our main goal for Deadly Gaming, because our last clan, it started to get really bad. So when we made this, we made it so we could have a fun environment to game in, somewhere where you didn't have to worry about dress, and just for people to play and not have to worry about that. So that was our main goal coming into it. And I know sometimes we fall off of the rails, but you know, as of late, we've been trying to get back on those rails. And you know, we apologize to any members who feel that somebody has passed them in rank, or you know, they haven't been ranked up fairly. So we're trying to get back to the original way that we started the clan, and we're going to continue going on to the clan in a better and positive direction, and more open to our members. As you guys can see, in the last few weeks, we have been posting our financial statements for you guys. Any
Well, the members don't see that stuff, Matt.
Well, the officers do.
Well, it was mainly for the officers.
Yeah. And also making posts and polls on decisions that we're going to make in the clan. And you guys will start seeing a lot more of that. Mm-hmm. Also, we're going to try to do more tournaments and more events, which will be cool. We're trying to go in a positive direction for the clan from this point on. So I hope everybody continues to wait and hold off, like with the website and everything like that. And we hope everything gets better sooner than later. And that's all I got to say.
The one thing that I want to touch base on is what Mad talked about regarding people feeling that they're being passed up or not being ranked up. The one thing these guys need to understand is if you're being passed up, it's not because those leaders are deciding not to rank you guys up. The persons that you really need to go out and reach out to is talk to your CO, talk to your XO. Because he's not ranked, you're not getting ranked up because of them. And there's got to be a reason why. So if you're wondering why you're being passed up, my suggestion is, if you guys, they might be give you some guidance and telling you, hey, you're not doing this or you're not doing that, or you need to do this in order to start being moved up. It's not us, the leaders or the generals, that make that decision whether you're going to be ranked up or not. It's mainly your COs and XOs. So those are the main people that you really need to speak to find out what's going on. So I just want whoever's listening and who will be listening to this at least would know who they need to go to. Mm-hmm. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
So we hope you enjoyed that live session with Mad, Brklyn, and Caboose. Look forward to next week, which should be Sniper Rats, Crimson, and Doc. Moving right along, I do want to get into State of Decay, which is coming out, I believe, in June for the PC and Xbox Live Arcade. I'm super excited for it because it's going to be a single-player, open-world, zombie survival horror game. That's quite a mouthful, but I'm pretty excited for it because the past couple, quote, zombie games we've had on the market weren't really about survival. It was more about the combat. Feel free to jump in whenever, Razor, but I was just disappointed with like Resident Evil, Dead Rising. What are some other zombie games that were out last year and this year?
Dead Island?
Dead Island, yeah. I
like Dead Island.
Yeah, no, they're all, don't get me wrong, they're all good games. They're fun, but that's the thing, like, I think the only game where I've actually felt panic and where I felt the need to scavenge and try to survive was the early stages in Dead Space, playing on the hardest difficulty, and then also DayZ in the early days. Like, forget about DayZ now. That's just a whole mess that I don't even want to get into, really. But back in the days of DayZ, the early days of the mod, it was just more about scavenging and like working out with people to share food or something like that. Like, there was more role playing in the community, but then after it got popular, it started going down the shithole, excuse my French, but that's one thing I was really disappointed in the direction that DayZ went. I'm hoping the standalone will be better, but that's not the point. I'm pretty excited for the State of Decay because it's single player, so I won't have to worry about douchebag kids running around RDMing. So it is going to run on the CryEngine 3 games we've seen. Of course, the Crisis series, Homefront 2, MechWarrior Online, Sniper, Ghost Warrior 2, and I think Razor absolutely hates that game, Warface, and a handful more. It claims to focus more on survival, stealth, base building, securing resources, and building relationships with NPCs. Overall, you'll be exploring the world and less focus on combat, which I'm really excited for. We already have a ton of games where you can just go around and pew 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 and bash heads in with bats and stuff, so I'm pretty excited. This is going to be less about combat and more about survival.
Yeah, it should be pretty good.
Yeah, I'm only sad that it's gonna be single player, but at the same time, it might enable you to be more immersed in it, I guess. I don't know. One of the first I'm sorry I keep going back to Daisy, but one of the first videos I saw for Daisy was with Shack Tech. They're prominent, like, old school Arma community on the internets, and CH Kilroy is a really fun guy. If you haven't seen his videos, you should go watch them. But the Daisy videos he released were a lot of fun because it was all their community of like 50-some people all on one server, and they were using direct comms only. So no TS, like no TeamSpeak, using only direct communication, and that's it. So if you were lost, you're fucking lost. So it was awesome.
awful.
No, that's like the fun part of it. You lose your buddy, you're fucked. You're just fucked. And I just love the idea of you having to shout Marco Polo to find somebody.
Oh my god.
And there was a moment where he was stalking some people because he heard them talking in the distance. So he was like approaching slowly and like watching them with the binos, and I thought that was like, I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Razor doesn't sound too amused, but whatever.
I didn't get to play. I didn't get to play
Yeah.
Daisy in the early days when it was better.
Yeah, I mean, if we could get a bunch of people from our clan all playing together, granted some of you are a little bit trigger happy, it could be fun, but we would need like a bunch of people. But yeah, overall, I'm pretty excited for State of Decay. I've said this a billion times before, the whole zombie survival genre has been really disappointing for me. Resident Evil 6 and poor Daisy just didn't live up to my standards anymore. I'm hoping this standalone will be better, but let's see.
I'm also looking forward to Fortnite, which is a co-op sandbox survival game, which is kind of combined with Minecraft. Yeah, I think so. And it's the first. It's actually interesting because it's the first game that'll use Unreal 4. That's set for release sometime this year, so that's pretty exciting.
Is that going to be quarter 3, 4? Do you know?
It doesn't say. They announced it in 2011 and it's still not out, so they're taking their sweet ass time about it.
Well, I feel like when they take their time, it's better because when you can put more detail and effort into it.
I sure hope so.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited for State of Decay. I probably said that like 10 times. Someone should tally how many times I said State of Decay. Anyway, moving right along, actually, we thought that it would be a cool idea to sort of have a spotlight for all the members, not just like the higher ups or whatever. So this week we have Medic, Joey, and we're going to be calling it Member of the Week. So,
which is not.
It's random.
You didn't like pick somebody who's super duper. There's a random list of people.
I just
so
used
the
random generator thing. So, and if you would like to be, request to be the next one up, just go ahead and PM me. Doesn't matter. I'll just like bump you out because I'm doing this randomly and I don't know who wants to do it and who doesn't. So, we're gonna get with Joey and interview him. Gonna ask him what he did on the night of the 25th.
25th.
Yep. So, this week's member of the week is Joey. First question up is, how did you find out about DG?
Hi Minnie and Razor.
Hello.
Hello.
I found out by playing DZ. I joined the Deadly Gaming server a few months back, and I joined the TeamSpeak server. And from there, I talked to Next Gen a lot, and he begged me for months to join the clan.
Oh Lord.
So,
Did he really beg you, or?
Yeah. I kept giving excuses, telling him that normally whenever I join a clan, I don't play the game anymore.
Uh-huh.
And I finally just gave in, and I've been with DG ever since.
Nice.
I guess things turned on all right. I'm sorry, I'm really tired.
Currently, I've been playing Island Life, and I'm switching over to City Life. It's a add-on variant of Arma 2. The other games I have played are a lot of DayZ and Minecraft.
So is that similar to Pakistan Life, I guess, where you're running around as the police and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that
yeah,
sounds
it's
like
just
fun.
on it's on Emida Island, and then the other one is on Cherno.
Very cool.
So.
Do you have any all-time favorite games?
All-time favorite would have to be Diablo 2.
Another Diablo 2 fan over here.
Yeah.
I think Baby Shack said that too. Something about his girlfriend, I don't know. Anyway, what is your current occupation? Are you a student or?
My current occupation, I work at Botsford Hospital as a patient observation assistant. One of the guys told me that this is how I should word it, is that I watch people sleep at night.
Creepy
My real
medic.
job is to watch people sleep at night, but it's to make sure that they're safe and that they don't pull on any of the cables and everything that they have, and be kind of like the middleman between the nurse.
So
Nurse and
you're
the
a real
patient.
life medic.
Yeah, I am not a nurse, but I am do work at a hospital.
I think I would call myself a medic and not a nurse if I was a male.
Yeah.
Medic Mini.
Nurse Minnie. Shut up. I'm a 12-year-old boy.
That's right.
Anyway, do you speak any other languages besides English?
Does gibberish count?
I think gibberish counts because I speak
Absolutely.
gibberish.
I think it should.
I
I
speak
mean, if you're in
gibberish.
like one of those
Speak gibberish.
heated
Love
moments
language.
and all you get really speak
Yeah, like
English.
did you
you're
guys watch
gonna
that
start
show?
shouting
Bam
gibberish.
Margera or whatever, his uncle? You guys know what I'm talking about?
What?
Bam Bam Margera, whatever his name is. And then he
Bam
had that
Margarita?
Margarita, yeah, whatever.
Nice.
You guys never saw a show and his uncle? Oh, come on.
No.
Whatever, anyway, Razor,
No
take it
creepy
away.
uncles.
Take it away.
Take it away. Oh, what is your favorite topic to browse on the DG forums?
Currently, I just look for the newest posts, and from there, just comment on anything that I see. It's mostly in the entertainment section of the forums. So,
Do you have any like people in the clan that you particularly like to hang out and play games with?
I have no problems with anybody as long as I can play the game. I'll hop on with them. I used to play a lot of DayZ with Guardian and Blackjack and them whenever they would get on, and so it was just there's people there. I'll play with them.
Nice. Do you have any like special talents or skills that you take pride in? Like good at shooting people, or you're good at picking your toes? I don't even know what that means.
I thought that says nose, but
No, it says toes.
I switched it up.
one of it is. Way to mix it up. I'm good at spotting. So if I'm with someone who's trying to snipe, I'm really good at picking out that person who's running, or just sitting somewhere. I
Let's
can
talking about an Arma.
just Arma, Battlefield, doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
I think that's really useful in Arma, at least. Being a spotter.
Nice.
Yeah, pointing it out, conform. I mean, more of the support behind the shooter.
Oh, Lord.
Sounds so wrong.
Oh, no.
No, that's good. That's good. It's part of the game. You can get down, roll around, it'll be fine. No, it's good. It's good.
My 12-year-old boy ears.
Yeah. Do you have any shout-outs to people or things?
Shoutouts. Love the DG clan. I haven't been with another group before, and so I'm actually enjoying this a lot.
Oh, you're a clan virgin. Took it away from you.
Oh, my God.
All right. Cool. Well, I think that's all the
Pop
questions
my
we
clan
have.
cherry.
Oh,
Hell
my
yeah.
Okay, well, thank you very much for your time, Medic.
All right, take care, guys and ladies. Or no,
I'm a
still
12-year-old
12-year-old boy. So.
So this concludes our second episode. We just wanted to thank the listeners and everybody that's been very supportive of this podcast. Also for all the suggestions that came in. It seems like everyone's really excited for this, so that makes me excited. I don't know about Razor, but
Yay.
all of this positive energy, you know.
Yay.
So you can find our casts on the YouTubes, on forums, pretty much anywhere. We're working on getting it onto iTunes. I don't know what I'm doing, but hopefully this cast will be on iTunes for everybody. Remember
We'll
to
get there.
follow Twitter, like our Facebook, sub our YouTube, follow us on Twitch if you haven't yet. And next week will be the next member of the week, which is Death Gets Us All. Hopefully we'll get the same live session interview we had this week with Doc, Sniper, and Crimson. And topic of the week, we don't know yet, so that'll be announced. And always feel free to submit feedback through PMs, tweets, or comments on the forums. And if you enjoyed this, please remember to like and comment and share if you saw this on YouTube. That's it for this week. Thank you very much, and good night.
The end.
You had to do the end part, didn't you? Oh my god.